You know, Joe in his presentation talked about the number of Democrats who did and didn't vote in 2014. Our candidate for Congress, Dave Koller, was hurt by us not all getting to the polls. Well, we're fortunate today. Dave Koller is here to talk about his plans for 2016. So it's my distinct pleasure to introduce our congressional candidate, David Koller.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm absolutely overwhelmed. I feel like I just walked into a surprise party.
Surprise!
Surprise! First of all, I'd like to thank the Villages Democratic Club for having me down to make this announcement. I'd also like to thank everybody for coming out. I'd like to say that the speakers before me, very, very difficult to follow up, so we're going to try. But I believe America is about second chances, and I would urge everybody to sign that gentleman's petition. Because once you've paid your debt to society, you should be free to live your life as an American. Words. I guess the first thing I'd like to do is I'd like to thank Hillary Clinton for moving her announcement back an hour or two. I know I wouldn't have had such a good turnout if she had spoken at 11. Words matter. Our country put ink to parchment to declare our independence. Those words mattered. We then created a law of a land. Using these words, we said equality was important. We said that all people, all citizens of the United States have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Words matter. Words like, I have a dream. Ask not what your country can do for you. Give us your poor, your tired, your huddled masses yearning to be free. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. These are the words that I believe are American. These are the ideas and ideals of America. I think of no words that formed our United States that were filled with hatred, prejudice, or bigotry that people rely on to call our country the greatest nation. This is why it is incredibly important that I have chosen to run for United States Congress again. Because the two words I'm going to talk about right now are belief and faith. I believe in an America that works for its citizens. I believe in an America that does not allow people to work and not get a fair wage. I believe in an America where our seniors can grow old with dignity. I believe in an America that heals its poor, educates its young, and is strong enough and self-assured enough that we can go into any situation diplomatically and peacefully because we know how strong we are. We should not be afraid to talk because words matter. Unsaid words have consequences. When we do not stand up for our American ideals, when we do not stand up for our values, we are defined by others who will put them upon us. America is different for everybody, and that's what makes America so great. The fact is no matter who you are, you should have the right to a full life, a life free from oppression. You should be able, in America, to look at today, but know what your country is founded on, so you have a vision of what we are. When I listen to the news today, I do not hear a welcoming message to the immigrants. I do not hear any American message of diversity. I do not hear a unified message of peace. We choose war currently over peace. That was not the America I grew up in. We promote corporate trade over opening up small businesses. The corporations pay less and less every year. Now, these are just numbers. I'm not talking about redistribution. But before, if you looked at what we expected from our nation, World War II paid for, the Vietnam War paid for. In about 1980, we started dropping that corporate tax rate. Who do you think picked it up? Now, they might want to blame the poor who are being created because they're working 40-hour weeks and can't afford to put food on their table, keep a roof over their head, keep care for their children. Is this the America that you believe in? Is this the America you were brought up to believe in? Is this the America that we envision for our future? What I need from all of you, if you believe in the America that I'm talking about, the America that doesn't leave its veterans behind, the America that puts value on life of our children, value on education, value in equality. If you believe in that America, then I ask you to put faith in me. I ask you to believe in me. I ask you to help me get to Washington so we can bring those halls with the American voice again. We can get the corporate voice out, but we're going to have to fight them. Because one thing we know is money is deep and it is entrenched. And people are talking about overturning Citizens United. I pledge to do the same. But we need more people up there who are willing to do it. More people that are willing to take the money out of government. When I talk about belief, the fact is that I believe in America. I have faith in the United States government. Now that might shock people. But the fact is that I don't have faith in the people that are in it currently. But I believe in it. I believe in America. I have faith in the United States government. I have faith in the words that were written that formed our nation. And I believe that our foundation as a country is strong, and it is time to wake the sleeping giant once again. We are an industrious nation. We build nothing anymore. Let us connect coast to coast. Let us build it not with imported, outsourced steel and lumber, but with American steel, American jobs, made in America for the American people. When we look at these things, we have to look within, because that is where the solutions are. The solutions have always been within inside of us. But we have to embrace America again. Not the Democratic Party, not the Republican Party, not the independents. We need to cross that barrier. I'm proud to be a Democrat. I'm proud to run on a Democratic ticket. But once elected, I work for Republicans as well. And I work for the independents, and I work for you, the American people. That's the voice that needs to be carried to Washington, D.C. Not corporate-backed voices. Not money buying your vote, the things you see on TV, the talking heads. We all have them. Listening to people's opinion about today's political events like it's news. It's not news. It's somebody's opinion. I help people balance checkbooks on a regular basis. I work with families trying to get them just month to month to cover their bills. Trying to keep families together who are arguing over finances. Now they're worried about the 20% cut that's coming just because they're disabled. People my age won't even see Social Security. Is that the America we envision? Is that what you believe in for your children? Is that what you have fought for? We can't use words matter, as I say, but we can't use words like climate change, global warming. Well, I can tell you, I'm not a scientist. But I know what numbers look like, and I know climate is changing. I have 4 daughters, as most of you know. I look forward to the day that most of you might have already experienced, to hold my first grandchild. And I look toward their future. And I know that they will be alive when the sea levels rise in Miami and the droughts get worse. And we have done nothing. We denied its existence. This is the seeds we plant for our children. For this harvest, they wait. I'm running because my country has called me to run. I look and I listen, and I've heard. And if you listen closely enough, you'll hear our country being torn apart too. You'll hear it calling for people to come out, to vote, to stand up, to not allow our country to be disassembled by corporate greed and politicians who have been bought off. I would like to be able to talk to some of you today, so I am going to wind up my speech. But let me leave you with, I ask you once again to believe in me, to put your faith in me, to put your trust in me. I promise I will not betray it. I promise I will fight for you every day in Washington. I promise I will put forward legislation that actually matters. After that, I will fight for it. I won't just sit there and co-sponsor legislation or put forward meaningless things. We need to come together. So when I say, I need you to believe in me, I guess all in all, I believe in you. I believe in you, the voter. I believe that your vote can't be bought. I believe that when you go out and talk to the next people that you see, whether it be a cashier, I want you to tell them, I heard Dave Koller speak, and I believe in him. I believe that this man is going to go to Washington and he's going to represent me, because I make you that promise today. And I will keep that promise every day I am working. Ladies and gentlemen, 2016 is right around the corner. It's all right, Bob, I'm winding up. 2016 is right around the corner. We're going to need to be able to do a couple of things to compete. One is raise money, and I hate having to even ask for it, but I don't go to corporations. I don't go to big donors. I represent the people. I ask for all of you to be able to contribute to our campaign, because without you, without your belief, without your support, the campaign won't go anywhere. I can run all over Florida, but without your vote, without your belief, and without your support, we don't go. So let's go to Washington in 2016. Are you with me? Thank you, everyone. I would be more than happy to take any questions from anybody.
Thank you, Dave. Isn't this great news? All right, we have mics at the side. I have the first question, Dave. I had the pleasure of attending the one and only debate in 2014. And for those of you, were any of the others in the audience were there? He kicked butt, didn't he? So are you going to ask of your opponent that you have a number of debates, including some in the villages?
One of the first things we will be doing within the next 6 months is scheduling debates on a formal letterhead with formal requests. Last time, as some of you may remember, we requested, then we needed a written request, then we needed an emailed request. Now we know how to request it, so we're going to request at least 4 ahead of time, and we're going to try and get them in each county.
Dave had this in his hand. It's a way in which we can contribute our dollars to support his campaign. His campaign table is up here at the front. I'm going to take this home and send it in tomorrow or Monday. And we have campaign materials, ways in which you can sign up to be part of the campaign.
Yes?
Okay, are there any other questions of Dave at this point? All right, so let's get ready. Yes.
Yeah. You think you'll need some volunteers?
Was that
Well,
planted?
it's Gary, of course
Yeah.
it's planted. The fact of the matter is that volunteers is exactly what we need. This is exactly, it's that belief system. If you believe we can make a difference, if you want to be a part of something, if you want to change the way things are going in our government right now, then I need you on our team. And we have things for everybody, everything from a phone call to that. And I can't give you that, Bob, because somebody's already donated. Thank you.
Okay.
So.
All right.